What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the dominant box office opening from The Joker, maybe what records it broke, and of course, I need you guys in the comments down below. Did you expect this to happen? Is it a movie that deserves it? And let's talk about it. So The Joker, as we know, dropped this weekend and did, in fact, deliver on the largest October domestic opening weekend of all time, and the fourth largest opening ever for an R-rated movie. This was #1 domestically and overseas, and it kicked things off with $234 million worldwide for an R-rated film focused around a villain. Granted, a popular villain, but a movie going in with this kind of controversy, the fact that it opens with these numbers, man, this is impressive. Now, you may look at this and say, well, it's a comic book movie. Of course it's going to hit 60, 70, 80, 90, but we have to look at everything surrounding this film and the fact that it's a lower budgeted and significantly darker comic book movie. And like I mentioned before, the controversy surrounding it sometimes that can help the film because it's like people have to see it. What is all the hype, all of the talk around this movie? Well, I have to see it for myself. And I do think that's what kind of pushed people towards this movie because they wanted to see it and make up their own mind. Now, I also just think it's the fact that people were really excited for this film because you have Joaquin Phoenix giving the performance of a lifetime. And I do think a lot of people, from the trailers alone and the fact that he's a highly respected actor, anticipated that. So they wanted to see this in the theater. Now, we have to see how it holds over and how it continues to do progressively throughout the next couple of weekends. If it continues to make the money that it is making this opening weekend, then I do think this will open the door for more movies in this nature, maybe more standalones, maybe more R-rated films. And I know we said this with Deadpool, but this is a different kind of R-rated film. Way less humor, way more darkness and intensity. Now, I was interested to see that audiences actually gave this film a B+ cinema score to go along with the 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, listen, I have seen some very valid critiques about this movie, and I'm taking nothing away from anyone who genuinely didn't love the film, but of the 31% of critics that didn't love the movie on Rotten Tomatoes, a lot of the reviews that I have seen are just kind of based upon the controversy that really, in my mind, isn't even really a controversy, and I don't know. I don't buy a lot of those opinions, but we don't have to. We don't look at the Rotten Tomatoes score and go, oh, that's what makes me like or dislike the movie. No, the beauty about it is we can all make up our own mind, because if you look at the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 91% and it's a 9.1 on IMDb. Now, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to base my opinion off an IMDb score, but it definitely helps its case. So let's take a look at the actual records that this movie is currently on pace to break and is breaking right now. So R-rated opening weekends. At #1, we have Deadpool at $132 million. At #2, we have Deadpool 2 at $125 million. Now, this is a comedy mixed with a superhero film, mixed with a character that a lot of people hold close to their hearts. So we expect a not as controversial film of the quality that it ends up being with those two movies to do numbers like that. At #3, the surprising thing here is It. Now, we're talking about Chapter 1, not Chapter 2, and the first one brought in $123 million in 2017, which is really impressive for a horror film. I love that movie. I think what it did for the horror community and what Pennywise's effect on society has been since then is great. But then you have Joker coming in at #4, just barely beating The Matrix Reloaded. Joker at $93 million, and this is just an estimate right now. That number could go up. Now, it's definitely not going to go above it, but how much is it going to clear The Matrix Reloaded? That's the question. But still, guys, almost getting to $100 million for a movie like this, with this level of intensity, and really an artistic film. I am so happy for this film. And I know I mentioned it in my spoiler review, but maybe you guys didn't get the chance to see that. I actually love this movie more than I did when I first saw it because it has stuck with me. I saw it way back on Tuesday. I haven't stopped thinking about it. And everyone that I know that went and watched the movie texted me right after and said, Austin, I love the film. Their opinions are kind of validating my opinion and how much I really, really enjoyed this movie. Then we look at opening weekends in October, and we have 2018's Halloween coming in at #3 with $76 million. Venom also dropping in 2018 at #2 with $80 million. And of course, The Joker, the #1 October opening of all time. Once again, suiting because it has the comic book elements, it has the kind of the horrifying elements, which fits firmly into the month of October. I wish they would do the Batman movie in October. I know those were rumors a while ago, and now they're saying it's going to be a summer release, but I just think this is a great release date because you're not facing the stiff competition of the summer, especially with a dark character like a Joker or a Batman. I do think it's a great time. And of course, they're thinking about going with the long Halloween storyline from Batman, so that would be the perfect time. I just really like the October release date. We've seen good things with Venom. We've seen good things with Joker. For comic book movies, especially these standalone, more obscure films that wouldn't fare as well in the summertime, it's a great release date. Joker did a wonderful job there. The B+ cinema score is interesting, like I said, but I do just think it's a lot of people taken aback with what they just saw because of the level of what happens. I'm not going to say the level of violence because the movie wasn't as violent as I thought it was going to be. Hearing all of the things going into the film, I was like, oh, that's what people are talking about. But it is an intense movie. It's a detailed character study that's going to catch a lot of people off guard. But hey, almost cracking 100 million opening weekend is nothing to sneeze at. We have to see how it holds up. But I am so impressed with this movie, and it continues to move up my top 10 on the year. And those are the numbers for the Joker. Once again, 93 million domestic, 140 million foreign, and 234 total for the worldwide opening weekend box office. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Just wanted to give you all a quick update and to kind of update you my thoughts on the movie. You can keep track of them on Letterboxd because I am going to see the film again this week, and my thoughts may actually end up increasing my score. Thanks once again for watching, for all of your support on Patreon. If you like these kinds of videos, be sure to leave them a thumbs up, and I will definitely do more things like this. You guys are the best, and I'll see you soon.